Hello class, this is a video tutorial on trig equations requiring trig identities in order to solve them. So let's get to it. So in this problem, it simply says, in this domain, we're going to solve this trig equation. Now, as you can see, if you were to try and solve this without a trig identity, you're going to be going around in loops for a long time. But for this one, the main idea here is it's best to work with one type of identity. So in this case, cos. Now I know that because here's sine squared. If we go back to our Pythagorean identity, sine squared x plus cos squared x equals 1. So from here we can simply make sine squared x equal to 1 minus cos squared x. So I'm going to use that substitution here. So this is going to become 2, 1 minus cos squared x plus cos x. And this 2, I'm actually going to move across to the left-hand side, so minus 2. This group, I'm going to expand, so 2 minus 2 cos squared x plus cos x minus 2 equals 0. From here, I can see the 2 and the negative 2 cancel out. This leaves me with negative 2 cos x plus cos x equals 0. From here, I can factor this out. So factoring out negative cos x, leaving me with 2 cos x minus 1 equals 0. And from here, since everything is factored, we can let each of these factor equal 0. So from here, we get negative cos x equals 0, dividing by negative 1, taking the inverse. So cos inverse of 0, it's going from 0 till 2 pi. So from here, hopefully we're very familiar with this one. It's going to be pi on 2 and 3 pi on 2. And in case we've forgotten how we find that, it's from the unit circle. It's asking, so the unit circle. And remember, cos is the x values of the unit circle. So in this case, when we get to 90 degrees, the x value here is 0, 1. And likewise, when we get to 270 degrees, the x value at this point is 0, negative 1. Hence why pi on 2 and 3 pi on 2. This is 90 degrees. That is 270. Now, as for this one, we also solve this. We get 2 cos x equals 1. Cos x equals half. From here, we can get x equals cos inverse of half. For this one, cos inverse of half, I don't think is an exact number. Oh, no, pi on 3. And that is only in quadrant 1. And since it's positive and it's all the way up until 2 pi, we need this also in quadrant 4. Quadrant 4 is equivalent to 2 pi minus pi on 3. So we can type that straight in. We can get 2 minus 1/3, giving us 5 pi on 3. 5 pi on 3. And writing all of these in a line. I'm not going to bother trying to get these in increasing order. Oh, actually, I'll give it a shot. Pi on 3, pi on 2. Next one's going to be 3 pi on 2 and 5 pi on 3. These are the 4 solutions that we have for this trig equation. As you can see, If any of you tried doing this without this trig identity, you can leave a comment and give us a shout out to where you got out from there. In any case, I hope you can see how we're using these trig identities to make these trig equations a lot simpler. Hope to see you in the next video where we tackle this next one. Hope to see you then. Best of luck.